Hey now, what up, queen? It is your girl Sid, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm so glad to be coming with a new faith video today and relationship and life video for you today. If you are new here, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you do not miss a thing. Join our Empire Queenship and Dynasty today, right now, okay? You won't regret it. Join in this community of women who are trying to run and chase after the Lord. Okay, so that's what we're doing over here. I'm speaking to the queen in you, so you don't want to miss out on any of this good, rich content. All right, with that being said, let's get right into this video. Today I'm just answering a question that I received. So let's get right into it. Today we're talking about how do you determine if a guy is a Christian that's worth dating. Okay, I'm reading it. How do you determine if a guy is a Christian that's worth dating? This is so good. This is a good question. So I definitely wanted to bring my response, my answer, because I asked, what do y'all, I coach on this type of stuff. What do y'all have, questions on with faith, life, and relationships? And I got this question. Okay, so I wanted to just go ahead and answer that today. So the dating process with guys and everything, I think I first want to start with, this is actually off the top of the dome. So you might need a journal or something because I don't even have any of this written down. And I don't know if it's even in order, whatever the Lord wants to do. But the first thing that I would say take a look at is yourself before going into dating or any of that. Okay, make sure that you take a look at yourself, invest in yourself, watch content, get close to the Lord, enjoy your singleness, be content in it, have your standards together. Like, that's a full-time job. Okay, that's literally a full-time job, because you want to be the best woman that you can be so that you're attracting the right people, okay, the right men, or the right man. So what I'm trying to say is, have yourself together, invest in yourself, be working on yourself, branding yourself, building yourself physically, as well as mentally, spiritually. Have yourself together. That's what I'm trying to say, because you don't want to get caught up in anything or talking to somebody and the thing that's messed up is you. Okay. So that's probably one of the first things that I want to mention is your standards. Know what you want, know what you desire, know what you need, and what you like and don't like. Okay, before trying to determine if this guy is worth giving your time, because that's another way to say this question. Actually, is like, how do you determine if a guy is a Christian that's worth giving my time to? So you gotta look at it like that. That your time is important. Your time is everything on both ends, from the guy and the woman. Time says everything, and I'll get more into that about time from the man's perspective and all of that, but what we need as women from them, okay, to really know that they're serious and stuff. So what I'm trying to say is, have your standards set in place, because that is going to be that's how you're going to know, like, all right, when you're talking to somebody, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what this is non-negotiable. Okay. Another thing is to make sure that you are attracted to this man. Okay. Just because somebody approaches you does not mean that you have to give them your number. And when I say approach you, that's what I mean. Approach you as the queen. So you don't want to be throwing yourself at somebody. Okay, you want to be approached. You want to make sure that he's the one pursuing. Okay, he's the one coming after you. So you want to make sure that you're attracted to him. Pay attention to body language, and if you are attracted to him, your body language will let him know through a smile, or through like a little wave or something, or like the twitch in your eye. It's going to let him know that he's okay to move in, to approach you. If you're not attracted to him, don't feel like you need to be doing all of that, because it's going to give him the wrong signal. That's what I will say. So you want to make sure that you're attracted to him because, you know, you don't want somebody whose looks challenged, okay? Somebody who you're not okay with looking at every day, or, you know, kissing. You don't like how their teeth are. You know, when you look at their appearance, it's not all about that, but at the same time, it's like you need to be fully attracted to them, and making sure like you're not settling, okay, just because they're giving you attention. So just because somebody's giving you attention, make sure that it's like, all right, you feel some type of way in appearance, okay, before allowing them to get your number, and, you know, the conversation to go on. That's what I will say. But continuing to go, you know, answer this question: how do you determine if this guy is a Christian that's worth dating? You look at yourself, okay, and then you want to have your standards and be attracted to him, and also look at how he's talking, okay? So before you kind of get into the dating, I guess, seriously, you need to have a conversation with him. So there should be communication, like constant communication. And what I mean is beyond texting, okay? Like, so many people think texting is the way to go, and it's not. Like, a man who is about you and who's trying to pursue you, because this man who is really after you is going to be pursuing you. You don't have to do any of the pursuing, so you don't have to feel like, you know, like, let me get his attention. He's going to be chasing you like really heavily into what you got going on, okay? So what I'm saying is, you have to determine, as the woman, as the queen, if you want to give your time to this guy. So you got to figure out what he's talking about. And what I'm trying to say is, you need to know who you are, because, you know, this person will come in, this man will come in and try to, you know, sway you left and right, you know, based on his dreams and whatever. And you need to really see, like, if you're compatible, if you fit like a puzzle piece, if you are his rib, okay? And, you know, more than likely, as you communicate and as you talk, and that's the importance of talking, have an adult conversation beyond texting, because in texting, like, that's not real life conversation, okay? You need his reaction right there on the spot, okay? You need, you know, you need to be able to you know, be face to face or on the phone, hearing each other's voices and stuff like that. Like, that's a real communication right there. And the man that's for you, let me tell you, he gonna be, you know, wanting to talk, like, not always be texting, okay? So make sure you, as a woman too, that you're not okay with just texting, solely texting, because what I'm trying to say is, you want to see his reaction in real time, okay? You want to be able to really communicate for real. So as women, you know, you gotta get out the mindset of like, oh, I'm just a texter. Oh, you know, I don't want him to see me on FaceTime. Like, for real, you really want that. You want him to talk to you an hour a day, 2-3 hours if you have the time. And if you don't, you really don't need to be, you don't really need to be in anything committed. All right, sorry y'all, I had to change the camera. But what I was trying to say is, you know, if you don't have the time to, you know, put into something, you know, with a guy, then, you know, you don't need to be dating or in, you know, anything serious for real. You don't need to be talking, because the time is important. That's what I was trying to say in the beginning. The time that's given is very important. So you understand whether he's serious or not just by the time that's given, okay? So if he ain't really giving you no time, or there's no time made to actually sit down and have a conversation as adults, then what you doing, you know? And if you looking, that's what I'm saying, if you looking as a woman like, I don't have time for all that talking, listen, like, I don't know if you should be in something, because texting for real, like, you know, he could send text messages to a whole bunch of girls. So you really need to be talking and seeing if you're compatible. I also wanted to go back to saying, determining if he's worth dating is the approach. I wanted to go back to the approach because I left this out on accident. So you want to look at how he approaches you, okay? You know, if he approaches you, from a distance, like, don't give your time to that, because he needs to be walking up to you. If he's talking about, like, hey girl, what's up? Like, what's up? Come holler at me, whatever. He rolling down the window while you walking, yelling out the window, trying to get your attention. Or, it's like, he says, I don't know, it's just, you can really pick it up if you pay attention. The approach is wrong. But if he really is like nervous and like approaches you, usually it's like a compliment, or they're trying to get you to smile, then the approach is going to be more gentle, more respectful, and nice and appropriate, okay? Trying to get your name, trying to talk to you. So what I will say is look at the approach as well, because if they're approaching you just any type of way, you don't want to give your time and attention to somebody that is kind of just doing whatever, trying to get your attention, okay? So yeah, so some people, they'll walk up asking all crazy types of questions, okay? And so you gotta be ready, you gotta be on your game so that you could spit fast enough, okay? Spit words fast enough, because if you not really on your game, you're gonna be like stuck or kind of going with what they say. So really be on your game about it, and so that you can be able to have a fast response, okay? But moving on with like time and just that commitment and all of that, trying to figure out if he's, the compatibility, you got to have some type of real conversation together, okay? To determine, hey, like, is this a guy that's worth dating? Now, when we talk about Christian guys, let's break down, guys all together. You got good guys and you got bad guys, okay? And then you have, grown men, and then you have grown boys, okay? So the good guys, what they come in with pure intentions. Bad guys, they come in for the wrong things, and they into worldly stuff. They just not together, okay? And then the good guys, they come in with good intentions. They try to lead you down the aisle, lead you to Christ. They really have just their head on right. And then you have grown boys, okay? So then you got the grown boys that are gonna be like still kids, okay? Not good guys, they still kids, they just doing whatever, not having matured, okay? And then you got grown men who have matured, who's serious, okay? And who trying to really like find his wife. That's what I'm gonna try to say. Dating with purpose, okay? So you got to understand as a woman as well what you want. Like, are you just dating to date, or is there a purpose behind it, to get married and to be serious with somebody, not hopping from guy to guy. Just saying. So that's a fruitful thought, okay? But for this, and then you got the guys who are secular, and then you got the guys who are Christian. But what I will say is, just because they got God first in their bio, or they got some scripture in their bio, or they try to spit scriptures at you, don't mean that they are living pure or living righteous or are trying to do what is right. Because guess what? A Christian man is still going to come and test you. He's still going to try to get you spread eagle, okay, in the bed. He's still going to try to get you see what he can do, okay? So you got to be really committed to the word of God and really be like firm on your standards. So that really determines whether you want to seriously date this person or give this person your time, this man, this Christian man, okay? So really test his spirit. You want to go into testing spirits, okay? Testing him, seeing like where his mindset is on life, on faith, on relationships and his family, on how he deals with friendships, the things that his values and standards and morals and all of that, his compass, how he operates. So you really want to get him talking, and you do this by asking questions. So to determine if the guy is worth dating, okay, you got to have conversation with him, and you got to communicate and pick up on different things. You're looking for red flags. So in this, okay, you're looking for red flags. You're really trying to see, like, okay, what is a red flag that's just like, this is a deal breaker. Okay, this is not gonna work. That I'm not okay with that. Okay, some things are preferences. So, standards and preferences and like, deal breakers and things, that's different. Okay, preferences is kind of like, okay, I want, him tall. Okay, I want him this complexion. I want him to be able to have shoe game. Like, that stuff is preferences. Okay, I want him to have earrings or no earrings. Like, that stuff is preferences. God cares about it, and you can definitely still pray on it, but don't make that the focus, because women today get caught up in preferences instead of having their standards together. Okay, so make sure that your standards are together, okay, and your belief system and the non-negotiables are there, okay, so that you're not trying to look at the preferences. Okay, you're looking at, hey, what is the substance, the substantial things that matter. Okay, so yeah, so I would say definitely look into all of that, but ask questions. Don't make it all about you. Really get him talking, because that's what's going to get you to see, like, hey, is this person somebody that meshes well? Okay, and so you want to see where his mind is. You want to see how he's talking, and you're going to pay attention in this. You're looking for red flags. You're looking for, little things that that can turn big, or things that are just like, that's a deal breaker. Okay, like anger issues, control issues, him talking to you any kind of way. It's certain things that you're gonna have to train him on, basically, like how to treat you and stuff. But certain things that can kind of explode or just will lead you in a hole to the ground, not leading you to Christ and being the best representation of God. So you really want to check this guy out to see, like, hey, are you worth me giving my time to? Like, and when you see things, you need to call it. Okay, it's not, well, let me give it time, let me see, let me just string it along, because before you know it, you'll be 9 to 10 months in with the wrong person. Okay, and then emotional attachments happen, physical attachments sometimes, if you have not have slipped up in sin. Okay, physical, the soul ties happen. So you gotta make sure that you're trying to live right, and you trying to do the best thing, what God says to do. Okay, so I also wanted to mention that with talking and stuff, or dating, the process, you won't really get to see, you may see some of the flags, like, in the beginning, but like, you won't necessarily see all of it right then and there. So, the first month, 2 months, 3 months, the first 1 to 3 months, the first month, second month, third month, you might not really see everything. Okay, so you're really testing his spirit, because you're meeting his representative, the guy that's like suave and cool and like, hey, how you doing? I'm trying to get your number, stuff like that. You're gonna see the nice, cool, guy. Okay, so you're the representative, but as you continue to talk, you're gonna see, this is not, like, you're gonna see different things, his character and personality come out. Okay, so you have to give it some time, and then you gotta cut it fast. If it's not for you, if it's not what you desire, and you seeing some stuff, you got to run. You got to put your purse on and walk out the door, because, and don't turn back, because you don't want to get strung along. Okay, you don't want to get attached to somebody and it be your whole life, it consumes your whole life. Okay, and then you be with the wrong person. So you really want to, this is an examining stage. This is the let me look, okay, between the lines. Let me see what you're talking about and what's going on here, to see if you are worthy as a man to take me out, if you are worthy for me to give you my time. Make him work for you. Okay, can I say that again? make him work for you. Don't be easy. Don't be like just, just being over the top with him, or just like giving him everything because he asked you out or because he gave you a little bit of time. He needs to earn your love, earn your trust, earn your, respect and stuff. I mean, definitely respect him and don't emasculate him, but you should be uh requiring things from him. Okay, so this stuff is very important, and that's kind of how you determine if a Christian guy is worth dating. You gotta examine him and see how compatible you are. And I think it's more about being in tune with God, because you'll really sense it in your spirit, like, this ain't it. Listen to that. Okay, listen to the Holy Spirit, listen to your intuition. As women, we have that strongly. So when something is off, let it go. Okay, don't give it too much time, or waste too much time, because if you think about it, you're holding up the right man that's for you. So this process in talking to somebody and seeing if he's worth dating, you got to examine him beyond his words. Look at his actions, because as women, it's like, they know how to sweet talk women. Men know how to sweet talk women. So you gotta like know the game, know how they talk, know a man in his head, so that it's like, what's up. That's what I'm trying to say. You not like clueless, because they can kind of read women. They can see like, oh, okay, in his head, she don't know nothing. So I could play her. Okay, she don't know. You really need to have yourself together and know what's going on. Watch videos like this that's going to teach you how stuff is going on. Learn about guys, so that when they talking to you, you picking up stuff like this. It don't take you a long time like other women. It made for other women. You quick to it, to get to, he's serious or not, or like he just playing games. So I really just wanted to say that that's kind of how you determine if a Christian guy is worth dating. And then once you get into the dating process, the whole thing, the courtship, like deeper into it, you still have time to call things off. So if you don't like what you're seeing and it's not lining up, you need to let it go. It's better to cut it off and let something go with a man than to continue in it and getting married, and then you tied and yoked up, because even still in the talking and dating and stuff, you begin to yoke together. So you really need to see, it's better not to get married and be stuck in that, and then having to get a divorce and doing all that stuff. You really need to pay attention to the stuff beforehand, because way before, God has already sent you signs. It's just, did you pay attention to them? Okay, so that's how you kind of determine, whether this guy is worth dating or not. You really are examining. This is the examining phase. So guard your heart. Okay, guard your heart, guard your mind. Don't tell too much at a time. And I think that rhymes. But guard your heart and your mind. Don't give too much at a time. I think that rhymes. But really, you want to make sure that you're not giving too much of yourself. Okay, not like, you could talk to him, but don't give too much of yourself. You really trying to see what's up with him and follow the signs. So whether it's good fruit, if it's good fruit, it's going to lead you to good things. You're going to trace back to goodness. If it is bad fruit there, you going to see it. It's going to trace you to bad fruit. Okay, it's going to lead you, it's going to lead you to bad fruit. So you know a tree by its fruit. You need to be examining him and go beyond words. Look at his actions and test his spirit. Okay, you do that by looking at the word, knowing the word, and you're going to be able to see, like, okay, he's talking one way but living another way. Okay, he, especially as Christian, because it's a lot of men who grew up in church but then lost their way. So you can meet him and he say, yeah, I'm a Christian guy. Yeah, I got faith. Yeah, I have faith. Yeah, this and that. But he's not living for the Lord. He's not serving the Lord. He lost his way. He's living in sin. He's doing other things. Like, so his relationship with God might not be where it's supposed to be. Hey y'all, quick pause. I also wanted to share that you gotta be careful with how much you share in the beginning with a guy, okay? Because you want to figure out if he is, a true believer, he has a relationship with the Lord. So don't tell too much about yourself with saying that you are a Christian woman and this is what you're looking for in a guy and all of that. Make sure that you downplay your relationship with God and really see where he stands with the Lord. Because as soon as you kind of mention that you were Christian, here he come, okay, trying to be Mr. Sanctified and delivered and set free, okay? So I really want you to make sure that you give him room to speak so that you can see if he's a true leader and is trying to align with God. And know that this guy is, they come in different forms. So he don't have to be like super, super just like spitting the word and all of that. But, he could be chill and dope and real cool, but, is really still chasing after Jesus and stuff and has his own experiences with the Lord. So just remember that. And yeah, I just want to insert that clip of me doing this voiceover in here. And let's just jump back into the video. Let me tell you this. Write this down, okay? It is not your job to build a man. It is not your job to, as a woman, it is not your job to pamper him and to spoil him. Okay, you're not his mom. We're not their moms, so their mothers. So it is important for you to know, like, this man needs to come ready. If you are, as a woman, are investing in yourself, he needs to be doing the same thing. He needs to come ready. Okay. So yeah, but the right Christian man, like, he know what he's looking for, and he knows, he's gonna know if you're his wife. And I want to say, like, you need to date with a purpose. Make sure you're dating with a purpose, so that when he comes to you, you talking about marriage, you talking about, you're not consumed with it, but you talking about, this is the way we're going. It's not doing, we're not doing all this and that and acting like we a married couple. Like, this is the way we doing it. So determining it is basically looking into him. You're investigating. You're seeing what's up with every single thing, okay? So yeah, so that's the examining phase, basically, and you're really thinking in your head, like, okay, I'll give you my time. Okay, I'm gonna let you take me out and let me see how you court me. Let me see how you're talking to me. Let me see how you treat me. And it's really based on you as the woman, okay? So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can say right now in this video. Yeah, so you're letting him know if it's okay for, I will say, you're letting him know if it's okay for him to take you out, okay? So you want to pay attention. You do not want to lead. It is so uncomfortable, and it is not our role as women to lead or to pursue a guy. That's not even, it's not even like, it's not comfortable. And y'all know it, okay? All the women who watching this, y'all know it's not enjoyable to hunt for a guy. Because at the end of the day, we weren't created to hunt. We weren't created to search for a man. They were created to find us, okay? That's how God orchestrated everything, which is beautiful, because I just want to sit back and be found. So as a woman, you need to just be working, doing the kingdom, the work of God, and he's going to find you, and God will send him right to you, and you will know it. Follow peace, okay? Determining, like, all of that. Follow peace. You need to follow peace. So before anything, submit it to God. Pray about it. Especially, see, it depends on how things happen. If this guy's seen you, how y'all kind of seen each other or whatever. But you need to be praying to God before, in the middle of it, all of that, to see if God, is this from you? Reveal it to me, because Satan be sending stuff that look like and smell like what we wanted to, but it's not from God, okay? And then on the other side, on the man's end of things, if he's a Christian man really chasing after God, he's going to be in the Lord's face, on his knees, trying to figure out, God, do I need to pursue her? Is she okay for me to pursue? And he's really going to be like in prayer and trying to observe you as well. So it depends on the level of maturity, okay? So you want to do, with men who are mature. That's the best way to go, because when it's somebody who's not mature, they're not gonna come right. They're not gonna come right. You're gonna have to build a man. Okay, just like Build-A-Bear, you know, the Build-A-Bear workshop thing. I went there and I was young one time. Look, it's gonna be like that. You're gonna have to. That's not your job to build a man. That's not your job to be having to like get him together for you. Okay. Also, I was gonna say, the person that's for you, he's going to change. So you need to be looking at everything because he's going to change to grow for you. Especially, he's like, oh, she the one. He's going to, change and grow and want to work on himself for you to be better for you. So these are just really important things to look out for. There are definitely other things that I could talk about deeper. I might do a part 2 to this if I think of anything else. Y'all know I didn't write anything down. So yeah, that's how you kind of determine if this guy's a Christian that's worth dating. Really examine him to see if he's a true believer anyway, and just like, test his spirit, see where he is in life and like what's going on up in here and in here, okay, with him, and if you are a perfect match and compatible and somebody that you can see yourself with, running and chasing Jesus with. Because at the end, remember that your relationship is supposed to reflect God. It's supposed to be the example and the reflection of Christ and his love for the church, us as his bride. So know that you are already married. You are already, even though we're single, you can be single and unmarried woman, you are married to the Lord. So work on your first marriage, okay? And then look around and see if there's somebody who's running just as hard as you, okay? If not, that's okay. Keep going. But eventually you'll look around and see somebody running just as hard as you, and you kind of will come just like this. And it should just fit and just go straight, like, together towards the Lord. So, you want to make sure that you are discussing certain things within dating and stuff, seeing like if this person's worth dating and everything. You want to have those conversations before you actually get into dating, the dating process of going out and hanging out and doing all these, amazing things in the world. You really want to see like, just by talking and communicating to the mind with one another, okay, about life and about your purposes, like, do they align together? Do you see your purpose align together, like his and yours? Do they fit well? Do they mesh really well together? Can you see yourself, being partners in life? So you really are trying to see if you can be yoked with this person, and just, how they're talking and everything. So this is really, really important. I think I might do a part 2. So if I think of other things, but yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share in this video. It went a little bit deeper than just the approaching phase and just the talking, or like, the beginning of dating, but I'm talking about everything, the approach to dating with levels to it. And then, getting into something serious and the courtship and the marriage and all of that. So I kind of covered it all, except for marriage. But yes, I also wanted to throw this clip in there, is that you set the pace. So, the guy doesn't set the pace. You set the pace on how fast you want the relationship to go, or like how slow it needs to be going, because you trying to figure things out, okay, with this person. So remember that you set the pace. And then the other thing that I was going to say is that, you're searching for a king. You're not searching, but, you're trying to attract a king, drawing out the king in this guy as well, even as a Christian. So be careful what you say and everything, and building him up. You want to be seen as different and peculiar, and drawing out the king in him to pair with you being a queen. So that's what you're looking for when we're, in the process of getting to know somebody in the dating phase, the levels to it, and trying to figure out, hey, are you worth, me actually, or you actually investing and committing to, so you really want to look at it from that perspective as well. Okay, so I want you to know that there are Christian men out here that are looking for their wife, okay. I want you to remember that, more often than not, you're going to have to say a lot of no's. You're going to go through a lot of no's before you get to that yes. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And that we as women won't come across a Christian man that's just doing right and just, you know, everywhere you look. Okay, the world is getting, the days are evil. So I want you to know that, you know, it takes a lot of prayer and laying it before the Father, making sure that you're just focused on the kingdom of God, and God is gonna send you that person. Because literally, like, you know, everywhere you look, usually it's hard to find good, you know, men and stuff, and Christian at that, you know. And it's the same thing from their perspective. It's like, where the Christian women at, the women that's trying to do what's right and stuff. And then when you think about it, it's like there's so much wickedness and so many people who are in the way. It kind of clogs up, like, it kind of clogs up everything, where the good women, good Christian women, are covered up, or are harder to find, and the good Christian guys are, like, you know, harder, you know, for us to actually see. And so it's like, because everything else is kind of cluttering it, and, you know, men who are immature and who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing and stuff like that, it's like, it just makes it look bad for everybody, you know. And the same thing for women, it just makes it look bad for everybody. But when you lay it at the Father's feet, he will send you, you know, that man. He gonna be like, dang, like, I needed you, like, where you been, you know, just on the hunt. And when you think about it from a man's perspective, guys have it a little bit harder, because it's like, you know, he's searching and looking. They want to be loved, okay? They want to have somebody. So when you're searching and looking, it's like, dang, you know, I haven't come across her yet. Where's she at, you know? And you know, or they feel like they keep coming across the same type of person, you know. If they're mature, it's like they feel like, where's she at, you know. With the hunting, it can be like, you know, a lot. Because if you think about it, if we were hunters, yo, you have everybody, and it's like, you go out and try to get, you know, get the person, and it's like, like, I keep coming across the wrong ones, you know. So it's like, you got to just make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, because God's going to allow you to be seen, you know, at the right time. So just think of it like that as well. And, you know, just understand that God is working it out, and that, you know, when it's time for you, like, he's going to put it together. He knows how to put y'all together and be a puzzle piece, of rib, you know, being right there for Adam. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to add that in this video as well. So I hope that this video helped you. That's all I have right now for this video. I hope that it helped you and that it blessed you and answered this question. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you do not miss a thing.